Up for sale is this very rare Kyocera PL-910, which was actually made by Micro Seiki for Kyocera, although Kyocera did contribute some of their ceramics expertise to make this possible. It's a very space-age looking skeleton design. The design is a unique double plinth type turntable. The bottom plinth is on feet, and it is a ceramic composite material. The upper plinth is an alloy material that's sort of shaped in like a three-pointed skeleton arrangement, open so there's no resonances, and it has a adjustable spring and damper here, here, and here. So it rests on a tripod between the two plinths. The tonearm mounts over here. This is a standard SME mounting plate. It should be possible to have other plates machined for other types of tone arms. This can be rotated 90 degrees to fit other tone arms also. The motor is mounted in the back left, and the motor is mounted on some shock absorbing rubbery compounds, and you can lock this down for shipping, which I've already done, with 3 screws to keep it tight. There's a belt included. It's in good shape. Overall condition is very good. It's not perfect cosmetically, but it's very, very good. There are a few scuff marks and shiny areas along in here and here. It looks like the prior owner might have tried to polish out a scuff, but the paint is still intact and looks very good, especially from the front angle. Front panel controls are very straightforward. You have a power button that ignites a little light here, and then you can select either 33 or 45 RPM. Turntable starts going, and you can adjust the speeds with potentiometers here for 33 and for 45. To go to 45 RPM, you turn it over here. And there's a stroboscope, which may be a little hard to see on the camera, but that is here. This shows the stroboscope being used. As the dots move to the left, you adjust the speed control, and then they go to the right. So, of course, what you're looking for is to lock it in so that the speed is right at what it should be. Probably the most famous feature of this turntable is the ceramic platter. It's actually a ceramic and alloy platter mixed together, and that's what where the magic comes from. This heavy ceramic platter sits very tightly on top of another platter. I have removed the ceramic platter from the alloy platter to show what the bottom platter looks like. It makes a contact with the other platter over a very large surface horizontally and around the inner ring here. The two fit very tightly together, which is part of the design requirement. What you can do is test for ringing and for impulse response by tapping something. This platter rings like all platters do. This one does too. But the difference is that the pitches are quite different, and when you put them back together again, this is what happens. Now the two platters are in constrained mode. They're constraining each other from vibrating at their resonant frequencies. And the result is a very dead sounding platter, which is what you want. It doesn't have any preferred resonance to muddy up the music. This turntable is designed for the American market, this particular one. It has 120 volts, 60 hertz power requirement, although it would be possible to get inverters or adapters and transformers to work in other markets, such as in Japan. It has a rather complex printed circuit under the control panel here. It had a number of aluminum electrolytic capacitors in it, which over time degrade. So we went ahead and replaced all of them with high temperature, high reliability electrolytic capacitors. So those should last another 25, 30, 35 years. The table does have a dust cover. It's functionally perfect, but it's not cosmetically perfect. It works very well to keeping dust off, but there's a smudge here of some kind. It looks like somebody got something hot on there, and a few scuffs, but overall not too bad. There's no chips or cracks, and the hinges in the back work just fine. This can be simply lifted out and set aside. Most high-end users will probably not want a dust cover on the turntable anyway. As far as shipping and packing goes, I'm pretty obsessive about packing things overkill to make sure that they can survive even rough handling and packaging. The ceramic platter and the inner platter I'll probably put into a separate enclosure, maybe in the same box, but in some kind of a separate protection, perhaps with plywood on both sides to hold it together. The upper plinth can be secured to lower plinth so that the springs are tightened. There's 3 screws in here that can be tightened down to hold that down. And the motor, as I mentioned elsewhere, has soft mounts and it's been locked down already. So with that, I think that this turntable will survive shipping. This turntable is very, very rare. Some sources say that about 20 were made, others say about 200. It was probably somewhere in that range of over 100, but not very many at all, and very few survive today. So thank you for watching this video, and make sure to look at the more details and my terms in the listings. Thank you.